So my joke is they called it The Watch because that's what you'll be looking at more than the screen.
Thank you.
That's good, actually.
I'm here
Thank
all
you.
week.
We're done, everybody.
But it used to be called Neighborhood Watch, and they had to change that.
Right, because
with
of
Trayvon Martin.
yes.
Right, and then they have the unfortunate circumstance of opening this weekend after somebody went into a theater and shot a bunch of people, and
I don't think that matters. Do you think that makes any difference?
not to this movie because it
It
sucks.
sucks anyway, yeah.
But-
Oh God, I cannot recommend this movie. Or even if you're, I like all the people in this movie have made funnier movies. The director, Akiva Schaffer, made a funnier movie. Hot Rod, the movie I thought was hilarious. I have seen funnier movies with a Costco in it. I mean, like, everybody involved in this movie has done better elsewhere.
Employee of the
Name me a funny Costco movie.
Idiocracy is a funny Costco movie.
Didn't Larry Crown work at a Costco kind of store?
Costco-ish.
I think he worked at Walmart.
Was it,
But they don't use the name. The fact that Costco let them use the name should tell you how not funny this movie is.
And
Unless you have something insightful to say now. Do you have something insightful to say?
If he did, he wouldn't be on this show.
I had seen Batman, the Batman picture that everyone's
I've
talking
heard of
about.
that.
Oh, is there a new one?
Earlier in the day because I've been unable to see it.
That's a good
Which
double
was a
feature
laugh
for you.
riot compared to the last.
Right. And
Bane's really funny.
And
when you can
I-
understand him.
no, I just couldn't hear anything. And you wanted to be like saying to people who I didn't go to the movie with. I did.
What? What?
Huh?
Is he? Yeah.
Why are they at the airport?
And then what really
like
irritated me,
being at the Royal.
and this is where I'll bring it very.
Why is he dressed like a bat?
Where I'll bring it very vaguely back to the watch.
Bring it home. Bring it home, man.
Too many fucking fables. Too many. This story, oh no, back then she was sent to this prison and this is why they have this hatred for this person. There weren't any fables in The Watch. The Watch just delivered a sort of silly.
And that's why it's better.
Right.
Wow. So,
That was worth it.
Because you saw The Dark Knight Rises the same day, you like The Watch more. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
I can't talk
Wow.
to you.
Let's do numbers.
It is baby time because we are talking about what to expect when you're expecting. I'm Alonso, that's Christy, who's actually had a baby, and that's
actually had
Matt,
one.
who hasn't actually seen the movie, but he's here.
But I once
But you're
ate
a
a
dad.
baby.
Okay then.
So what to expect when you're expecting. This is sort of a launching pad from the book, which every woman's read, since the dawn of time with a baby in their belly. It's not
That
really
book is not that old.
1985. It just feels like it's been around forever. I actually didn't read it. I did not read it. I read
You
what
had no idea what to
I
expect.
said, why am I getting so fat?
She didn't want spoilers.
In fact, this is a little known fact. Christy didn't even realize she was pregnant.
I didn't. It just dropped out of me at prom. But this is sort of like He's Just Not That Into You, in that they take a nonfiction book and they spin out of it all these, fictional characters.
Did you go to the screening on Monday?
I went at Lionsgate.
Okay, I don't know what they put in the popcorn. I was in a packed house at the at Century City, and people were loving this thing. And like every predictable, stupid thing that would happen, they'd be like, "Oh no,"
Was
and
it
like
a lot of women at your screening?
Yes.
Okay.
But nonetheless, I think women are smarter than this movie.
I think so
Au
too.
contraire, mon frère.
Okay.
I think think so too. As
No, but yeah, but you have a working uterus, so I take your opinion
So
on
we
this
hear.
At least one time it worked. Yes.
more than anything. But yeah, so you also found it to be totally phony.
No, I did, and it bums me out.
We are so pumped to talk about Gods of Egypt that there are four of us. All right, Bibbs is joining us, Matt, Alonso, I am Christy. Please, somebody tell me what this is about.
All right, Gods of Egypt. You guys. You're not going to believe this. Let's cast Nicholas Coster-Waldau as Horus. Let's cast Gerard Butler as Set. Classic Egyptian gods. Let's get a bunch of European guys, bunch of really pale European guys, including Jeffrey Rush, to play the Egyptian pantheon. Holy shit, this is a bad movie.
But like amazingly bad, like fun. We had fun. We laughed a lot.
But not enough, though.
Oh my God. I haven't seen a movie this bad where Adam Sandler wasn't the lead. I haven't seen a movie this bad where Rob Schneider wasn't the lead. This is like
Batman and Robin, man.
This is like Nick Swartzen's the main lead.
Wow.
Type bad. Like, oh my God.
And look, let's take the white guys off the table because I mean, yes,
Please.
that's an easy thing to pick on it for, and it's a totally wrong-headed move by the movie. But that's the least of this film's problems. Like, It is the screenplay is so kind of cookie cutter Joseph Campbell, only the difference being that it's a god with hubris and not a human. The special effects are painful to watch.
And they're in 3D. We all wore 3D
Yeah,
glasses.
like everyone has almost like a visible aura around them the whole time.
Special effects look like something you'd see in a video game cutscene circa like 1999. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're watching the cutscenes from like Panzer Dragoon.
I was
Like,
never.
and they're not even very good.
And it was awesome. It's stupid. Every
never-
decision in this movie.
I
is
never
stupid.
stopped thinking about green screens. Like the whole movie is like it was like this movie makes Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow look like The Revenant.
Right, well, it actually reminded me a lot of Jupiter Ascending. In
No.
terms of
Hey,
time,
now.
you know, the kinds of
Listen,
time
Jupiter Ascending
blends.
is Citizen Kane compared
But
to
no,
this.
but like the crazy, like batshit out there-ishness of its narrative, but also the way it blends like actual historical stuff with crazy out there sci-fi fantasy and how it never really gels. Will somebody please tell Johnny Depp no?
To knock
Will
it off.
somebody please tell him no? This is not funny. Like, who is telling him to do these things?
I can't imagine that anybody else is asking for it. I
He's
think it's
a
all
producer on
him.
this,
yeah.
too.
I mean, in my review on the Wrap, I said that I wish he would work with somebody like Lars von Trier or Nicole Holofcener, who could just like strip him of all the gimmicky stuff and just have him act and be a human being.
Ooh, the Dardennes.
There you go. Yes, totally.
We need his Dardenne drama.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's so off-putting from the first second.
Yeah.
He's not funny. He's doing like a Peter Sellers kind of shtick.
Yeah.
It's never. It's
but
straining,
more
it's
like
never
Mike
funny.
Myers.
It is.
even,
It is
and
like second
bad
rate.
Mike Myers.
It's like second rate Mike Myers.
Olivia Munn, sadly, completely wasted.
Oh my God.
They just have no idea what to do with her, and it's just such a one-joke, retrograde kind of thing, you know.
Oh, hi, fellas. You're
charming.
very cute.
Let's go wide.
You boys, yeah. Can we get the wide shot on this?
See,
one?
it's
Yeah.
hilarious. They have mustaches.
It's funny every time. A funny mustache. is funny. You know, as I filled in on. So there's a Baywatch movie. Have you heard? There are ads all over town for this movie. Are there ads all over your town for this movie?
Beaches ain't ready.
Beaches ain't ready. Okay, so
I was one of those beaches.
as am I. And so, Dave, describe Baywatch for us, please.
So Baywatch is this giant mountain of shit that's in movie theaters right now.
It's sand. It's just wet sand.
No, shit.
No, it
It
isn't.
stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as David Hasselhoff, a lifeguard who thinks he is a detective. And it also stars Zac Efron as a Ryan Lochte type, but not as stupid. And it also stars Priyanka Chopra as a nefarious villainess. And she has a lot of resorts that are fronts for a drug running scheme. But she's going down because of lifeguards in this giant mountain of shit called Baywatch.
It's never funny and it's never thrilling. And the fact that it knows it's a dumb show doesn't matter. It's like it's redundant. Yes, it's a dumb show. Who cares? And it's so self-referential in ways that aren't even vaguely funny.
Correct.
Thank you for watching.
This is not a film. It is only with great charity that you could call this a film. People pointed a camera at stuff and then put in heinous green screen effects and other terrible special
Oh, yeah,
effects
the green screen effects.
in the
are bad.
action sequences.
It's like they did it on a video toaster.
Yeah.
And in case you couldn't tell it was green screen, stay through the credits because there are wacky outtakes of them on a boat with a green screen behind them.
And even those wacky
Yes.
outtakes are not funny.
They're not.
And Matt, since you love this movie so much, please describe the very intricate plot of The Host.
So, The Host is a story about aliens among us, and they are like body snatching little parasites. They take over your body, your eyes turn white, they tell you what to do. Maybe if you've got a strong willpower, you can kind of talk back to them. So, Saoirse Ronan gets taken over by this alien called the Wanderer, but this character, her name is what? Megan?
Melanie.
Melanie.
That's
Melanie.
how little you care about this
Right.
movie. You
Melanie
forgot her
is-
name already.
Melanie-
He was rewriting this movie as a French farce the whole time because you've got the guy who's in love with Saoirse Ronan before she got taken over by the alien, and the guy who's in love with Saoirse Ronan after she gets taken over by the alien, and it's the same girl, you know.
Right.
It's this crazy. Oh, it's a Stephanie Meyer love triangle.
Is that a three-way when they're both inside the same
I
body?
don't even know.
It's a 4G.
Yeah, it's a square.
That's an actual word.
There's a whole lot going on in this movie that makes no sense at all. When it's talking, it's the alien. When it's the voiceover, it's the human. And I almost wanted there to be like a ghost Saoirse Ronan that she could have arguments with, just because so we wouldn't have these.
A
Oh
sock
man.
puppet.
Anything. So here's a big problem with this movie.
Okay.
There's the guy who loves the human, there's the guy who loves the alien, and there's the brother of the guy who loves the alien who wants to kill the alien. All three of those guys look totally alike.
They look alike.
I lost track as to who was who, and so it's like, well,
I never cared.
Well, that would have helped, though. I think just to have some idea of which guy. I mean, say what you want about Pattinson and Taylor Lautner, they don't look alike. You can tell which one is on screen when they're on. And this movie made me miss Twilight. That's how crappy this movie is.
I was going to ask you, is this worse than Twilight?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
For all that Twilight is stupid and moronic, and as bad as that is, at least shit happens in that. Even if there's like long stretches where they're just like staring at each other meaningfully. I didn't care. If I hadn't had a Red Bull right before the movie, I'd have been asleep.
You sounded kind of sleepy. You were breathing in a way that suggested to me that you were like on the verge of dozing.
I was. This movie sucked.
It's the kind of thing where, and again, it's that Twilight thing of, she's the specialist girl in the world because, she, the entire planet has been taken over by these like alien symbiote parasite things, but only Saoirse Ronan has the gumption to like fight back and talk back and occasionally have some motor control when it fits the plot. And
it's also a huge waste of her. If you look at a movie like Hannah,
oh yeah,
which was such a badass like sci-fi action movie.
She's an interesting actress.
She's an interesting face.
Just imagine how much worse
presence.
this would have been without her.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's strange.
My God
it
forbid
has
it was Kristen Stewart.
giant,
I mean, the only thing this movie is good for is if you're having trouble sleeping. Honestly.
And you know what's funny? This is
Ask
Stephanie
your doctor
Meyer's.
if the host is right for you.
Everybody's here. It's good. Taken very.
Taken part.
That's right.
Taken two. Look who's taken two.
We've been taken again. What are the odds?
Exactly.
All better.
Exactly.
So Taken one, who didn't? I mean, we were just talking in Frank and Weenie about hard to believe somebody wouldn't like it. There were degrees of liking it, but hard to believe anybody would see the first Taken and think, oh, that sucked.
It was
It's
novel.
only
It
in
was
the
such
50s in the Tomato Meter.
It's crazy. It was
really?
such a pleasant surprise.
It's a really good action movie.
He eventually needs his daughter's assistance to get out. So the fact that he then transfers from a guy who was willing to risk his life and kill dozens and dozens of ambiguous foreign people in the first Taken to save his daughter, which is 2 years earlier. She was 17 then, she's 19 in this one. And in this movie, he's like, all right, I want you to take a couple of grenades, run along the rooftops of Istanbul, and hurl them randomly.
This is the guy who, like, the first movie, it's all about, I have the specific set of skills, and he knows exactly where to go and who to torture and all that stuff. And this time, he's like, throw some grenades on the roof in Istanbul. No one's going to notice.
But there was a reason for that. There's some stuff in here that is ridiculous and crazy and really stupid, but I kind of had fun in this movie. I kind of liked it.
But were you laughing at things that you were not supposed to laugh
Oh,
at? Like
totally.
the whole geometry lesson with her where he's on the phone like, okay, take your pen and do a 3-inch diameter.
I thought that was awesome.
I'm like,
No,
okay.
here's where I'm with
It's so
Matt.
ridiculous.
I don't know that you can't do that. I don't
But
know.
weren't you laughing because it was so outlandish?
That was cool.
They've got him in the hood and he's counting like how the car, the
He's
seconds
counting off
between
with a
each
dog
turn,
bark
the
at
back
each
of it.
turn. Yeah, that was all cool.
And the payoff for that was kind of satisfying. It was really silly and over the top, but still kind of satisfying.
No, the payoff was horseshit.
No.
Here's the thing. First of all, he's not in the car when he went back to find it. He's walking.
But
So
he's
you can't-
hearing the same thing.
But you can't do the timing anymore. The timing mechanism was
He knew how
gone.
fast the car was going.
And then he heard a dog bark. There's only one dog in Turkey?
Yes.
It's a really loud
I
dog.
would be willing to forgive all of the ridiculous stuff with the grenades and the map.